All right, 8countnews.com is absolutely honored to have on board big screen legend Mickey Rourke. What is up, Mickey?
How you doing, man? Just hanging and swinging out here in California for a little while.
That's great, man. First and foremost, big fan of yours. I'm just ecstatic to have you on the 8 Count News podcast. Tell the fans what you got cooking. What's going on in your career as of late?
You know what? I took a year off to about 2 years actually off to just do some writing. There was a piece that I read when I was over in London about this rugby player who plays rugby for Wales. He retired about 8 months ago. His name is Gareth Thomas, and he was the first athlete to actually come out of the closet and say he's gay while he was still playing rugby. And I thought, wow, that's something else, It would be different if it was a tennis player or a badminton player or something, but a rugby player, it was like. So what I did is I went over to England, and he came in from Wales, and we met. And I said to him, I'd like to do your story. So he thought about it for a little while, and he sold me the rights, and it's just something I've been working on. So I came out here to train to do the rugby film, so I can, like I said, it's an interesting project because of the violent sport that it is, rugby.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. His story is not that old, actually. He just came out not too long ago.
Right.
You've played parts, so of course you're a former fighter yourself. So, and you've played, and of course in The Wrestler. Tell the fans how much time you put in the gym, because you stay in great shape for these roles.
Well, the thing is, I do go to the gym 5 days, 6 days a week, because it's very therapeutic for me, because there's so much bullshit and so much gray and stress in the acting business, and get a lot of downtime. So for me, it's always been important to stay in the gym, and so it's something I enjoy doing. And then this rugby movie will probably be, my body's starting to fall apart now, and it's probably going to be the last real physical movie I do ever, because I'm going to have to really get it up for this one,
Absolutely. So you'll actually, so the movie will actually show you like competing on the field, right?
Well, I'm actually going to, don't tell too many people, but I'm actually going to.
Hold on, well, don't forget this is a podcast. People are going to listen to this.
I talked to it's funny, I was over in London a little while ago with Alfie. That's Gareth Thomas's nickname. And we met up with a rugby club with a coach he was really friendly with, it's a team called Wigan. And I said to the coach, listen, I'm getting ready to do the rugby movie. Any chance you could sign me for a day and then, fire me? You could buy me for $1 or something?
Yeah.
And just let me get in there for a couple plays. And so he said, no problem.
Wow.
So, I'll just take my teeth out and do as good as I can for a little while, because these are some big, strong boys, And
no kidding.
I think it would be good to just get myself fit enough to just get in there for 5 minutes or whatever.
That's great stuff. Now, when can the fans expect to see this hit the big screen?
Well, I don't know about the big screen. We're supposed to start shooting in February. We're waiting for it to line up all our ducks, financially. The script is written. We're very happy with the script. We were looking for a director. We've got a director from. We thought it was very important that we get a director from, let's say, a hemisphere that understands the game of rugby. So we found a South African director who played himself rugby, and he's one of the best commercial directors in the business. And I feel very confident with this director, with saying, okay, let's make this movie together. And actually, I became friends when I was over in Wales. I became friends with Super Joe Calzaghe, and Joe's been doing a bit of acting. So Joe and I talked, and I said, well, be in the rugby movie with us.
Oh, wow.
You could pull it off. So Joe, because Joe's walking around at about 210 pounds now. So I said, okay, Joe, he's not 68 anymore. And so we went to the park. Joe and I went to the park, and we threw the rugby ball around, and so it's going to be nice to go over there and make this movie in Wales. And then Joe said we can train in the gym for the movie as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Calzaghe was.
So that'll be nice. That'll be nice, you know.
Yeah, well, it'll be in your.
I don't know how I feel about chasing Calzaghe around with that crazy stuff.
Especially at 200 pounds.
Yeah. Oh no, he's still quick as shit. Huh?
Oh, I know. He probably packs more of a punch now. That's what I'm saying. Probably got more pop in that punch now.
He's, it's nice when you meet these guys that you've seen and that you've admired. He fought all in his time. He fought all the really good fighters from over here, and I guess at the end of Joe's career, when he retired 3 or 4 years ago, people finally said, you know what, he did fight everybody over here and beat everybody over here, and he's the real deal. And to meet somebody like that, and for him to be such a swell guy, it was really nice to make that friendship.
I tell you, when I was convinced about Calzaghe is when he beat the crap out of Bernard Hopkins. When he did that, I was like, oh yeah, this guy's the real deal.
I think for me it was even a little before that when he fought Lacey, because Lacey was knocking everybody out. He was such a strong kid, and Joe's just sort of. He just his speed worked, and him being I think he was a southpaw also, that worked for him,
Yep. Now like I mentioned before, you're a former fighter. How much involvement do you stay involved in boxing outside the ring at all? Still?
I go down to Wild Card. I see, I talk to Freddie Roach, who's my old trainer. I go and I see Freddie. It's funny because 10 years before Freddie was my trainer. My trainer was another guy, one of the best men I ever met in my life, Bill Slayton. And a lot of the brothers that were down at the Broadway gym in Watts hang out at Freddie's gym. So I see Larry Musgrove and all the guys from 200 years ago. And so it's nice to go down and see guys that I remember I used to take me an hour to drive all the way to Watts every night, and 40 minutes back to go down there and work with Mr. Slayton. And then when Bill died, I think he hooked me up with Freddie just before he died. And so it's nice to go and see a lot of the guys that I've known for 20 years,
Yeah, absolutely. It's the whole Freddie Roach, Manny Pacquiao story is just something that's going to be that's a movie right there, huh, Mickey?
Well, let me tell you, when I brought Freddie out to train me, because Bill Slayton and I were really close, and Bill didn't want me to turn pro. So Bill said, Mickey, I just don't want to see it. He says, because I didn't. I said, no, I stopped after my amateur career. I never turned pro. I got into the acting, and I said, I just want to have one pro fight. And Bill said, Mickey, I don't want to, He said, listen, I'm going to put you with somebody. He said, get in touch with Freddie Roach. I called Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach was actually in Vegas parking cars.
Yeah, wow.
And then I brought Freddie out here, and that all took off from here because Freddie was training Marlon Starling and Virgil Hill.
Yep.
But in between he was parking cars. And then after I retired, Freddie opened his own gym and met Manny, and the rest is history.
I've talked to Freddie many times about his story, and he brings you up every time. He said, Mickey Rourke was a big part of it.
I'll never forget the night I was fighting in Miami. Really tough kid named Francisco Harris, and he kind of hit me with some really good low body shots that were borderline low, and I went back to the corner. I was ready to quit. Freddie slaps me across the face. He goes, "You want to go back to acting?" I said, "Fuck no." He goes, "You get knocked out. Forget about it."
Yeah.
I said, "You got it, Freddie." And
Yeah.
So I had a lot of I wouldn't recommend going back and turning pro at 34 like I did, but I got some really great memories, and I don't regret it at all.
No, absolutely not. Now, I want to go back, touch real quick on the movie The Wrestler. It was an awesome movie. It was one of my favorite movies, still is one of my favorite movies. Were you surprised at all about just how successful that movie turned out?
No, you know what? I really wasn't, because the reason I did the movie, I did the movie because there was a buzz around Hollywood about this young director from New York named Darren Aronofsky. And I remember asking people about him and hearing about him, and they go, "This is the next really big deal." And then one day I was in my shrink's office, and I brought his name up, and he said, "Oh no, he's a comer. That guy's," and smart he was and shit. So when I met this guy, he actually pointed his little hand at me, and he was going, "You fucked up your career. You did this. You did that." And he says, "Listen, I got no money to pay you." He says, "I want you to do this movie. Nobody else wants you in it. I'm the only one. I'm fighting for you. They don't want to put up money for you, but I want you." He goes, "I can't pay you, but if you listen to me, I'll get you nominated." I said, "What?" He says, and I thought, this guy's got a lot of balls if he's telling me all this shit.
Oh, no kidding.
So when after about 5 days, I went, you know what? This guy's the real deal. I mean, because I've worked with Coppola and some really great directors.
Sure.
And I put Darren right up there with those guys.
So,
Yeah.
can you hear me okay? We good?
Yeah, good. Real good.
So as soon as you read the script, you knew? You were pretty quick?
You know, the script was, when I read the script was a piece of crap. The guy who wrote the script, I don't think he ever left his tennis court. So what happened was, I said to Darren, I said, "Listen, I've been in a lot of locker rooms. I've been in I said, you and I need to sit down and let's rewrite this together so it's real." And so every day after wrestling practice, Darren and I would work for 2 or 3 hours, and we rewrote the script.
Now, how much coaching and interaction did you have with pro wrestlers to get you ready for that?
I had a lot. I actually worked with one of the wild Samoans, a guy named Offa, and we worked for about 3 months together. And then I also was working for another 3 months on my own with putting the weight on. So I went from like 190 up to about I was about 329. Excuse me, 229.
Mm-hmm. So
we put on like 30 pounds, but we lifted a lot. There was a few different ways we put the weight on and the muscle. I cheated a little bit. What?
After you put your body through these changes, I remember when
Sure.
Sylvester Stallone when he did that movie for the what was it called? Not Top Cop. What was that cop movie he did where he put all Copland. He got huge.
He was great in that, but I talked to Sylvester about that. Sylvester actually got fat for that movie.
He did, exactly.
He put on 25 pounds by just eating because he wanted to be kind of like a schlub,
Right. How long does it take to recover and get back to your normal weight after you train for these movies?
Well, Sly is a lot more disciplined than me.
Right.
Let's put it this way. When I was boxing, I would walk around at 192, and Freddie, I'd be in the gym with Freddie for 12 weeks, and I'd get down to 168. And then, I'd be 168 for the weigh-in, and then I'd go to some Cuban restaurant in Miami and eat before the fight or whatever, and I'd be, 9 pounds heavier after the weigh-in, and then 4 days later I'd be another 10 pounds heavier. By the end of the week, I'd be back up to 190-something again.
Wow.
So, as far as the wrestler is concerned, it was really hard because I'm older now. I put on 30 pounds, and I still haven't, and I'm still walking around 4 years later, 20 pounds too heavy.
Why? That's why I asked, because some, especially the older. How old are you now, Mickey? How old a guy are you now?
Well, we won't get into that.
Because I'm pushing 50.
There'll be no more comebacks for me. Now, the only thing is now I've got to lose 32 pounds for the rugby movie.
Oh man,
and it's hard. It's really hard.
I'm pushing 50 myself. I'm pushing 50 now.
Yeah, I'm pushing 50 too. 50 fucking kilos. That's the challenge, though, to do the rugby movie.
It's a lot of weight.
I'm walking around at 215, and I got to get down to 183. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the challenge. I'm enjoying. Oh my God, I'm looking at a terrible fight here. God, 2 girls.
And that's Christy Martin and Mia St. John. I'm looking at the same thing. Actually, Christy Martin's a pioneer of female boxing.
Yeah, but they should have given them each a loaf of bread to hit each other with. Anyway,
So
watch this. Look at this. This is a joke.
They actually fought. This is a rematch. They fought years, like 12 years ago, and that was a rematch fight. They're both retired after that fight too. They both announced their retirement.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Mia St. John right there. She's actually posing Playboy. She's so swollen up right there. She just got in a fight. But anyway, back to your movie career. Now I'm excited about this movie you're going to do over in Wales. This is going to be good stuff.
Yeah, this is plus also I'm sitting there listening to Calzaghe, and it's like it's one of the hardest accents to do. It's different than an English accent, and also what I found out is like Joe spends a lot of time in Cardiff.
Mm-hmm.
Alfie Garrett Thomas is from an area called Bridgend, so it's like in the United States, it's like you got a New York accent, you got a South Carolina accent,
right?
You have a Jersey accent, and so it's like I can't do with Joe Calzaghe because Alfie comes from Bridgend, so it's all very specific. The accent. So my accent has got to be certain. So it's going to take, as well as the rugby, I'm going to have to work on the accent for 4 months.
So what do? You find somebody who's native of the area, and then you just shadow them for a while? How do you do that?
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I mean, right now, Alfie's going to come visit me in about 10 days, and we're going to work on the script together a little bit. We're going to do some rugby practice, and then also Alfie has a former player that's sort of managing things him now, Gareth Williams, who was one of he was like, they call it the backfield. I think he was a hooker or something, or a fullback. But he's going to help find me, the people from Alfie's town to work on the Bridgend accent.
That's good stuff, man. All right, a couple more things. I'm gonna let you go. Looking back at your career, what's the favorite movie you've done?
I think it was my first round knockout in Japan over Daryl Big Chief Miller. No, I'm kidding. My TKO in Germany over Irish so and so. The Pope of Greenwich Village, probably.
Oh, that was What year was that? That was a while back, huh?
That was a while back.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, that was a while back. That was with Eric Roberts, and yeah.
All right, before I let you go, you have any other projects besides the football movie coming up?
No, basically, it looks like we're going to do Sin City 2. And,
nice.
And I'm putting all my eggs in the rugby movie, brother.
Good stuff. Mickey, just an honor to talk to you tonight, man. Just loved having you in. Big fan of yours. Do you have any closing thoughts you want to share for all the Mickey Rourke fans out there?
Yeah, just say, I don't know. I just want to wish Sergio Mora, who I think is a class act, I want to wish him all the best the rest of his career.
Yeah, kid got robbed the other night. That was a bad decision.
He got robbed. He got robbed. Yeah.
Terrible.
Where are you based out of?
I'm from New York originally. Believe it or not, I live in Mississippi right now.
I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, Mickey. It's not so bad here. Trust me, you got to come down. I'll show you around.
Okay, brother. You take care.
Thanks, Mickey. I appreciate it, man.
All right.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Hi everybody, my name is Katrina Gray and you're listening to the Brett Cooney's podcast show, and that's the place where you can listen to all the cool podcasts. Enjoy!